Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Millerwelds presentation and quiz assignment. If you haven't finished whatever ones have been assigned before this, please go back and finish those now, so that way you don't miss out on any of this information. It may not seem like it, but it actually is important stuff to learn. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's move forward. You are going to need access to the Google Classroom, so hopefully you have the access code for that. If you haven't accessed it yet, make sure you get the access code from me, and remember, it's always on the bell work pretty much every morning whenever you come in. Alright, so for this, I'm going to pretend that I am a Welding 2 student in class period 1A. I'm going to click on my class. Alright, I'm going to go into classwork, and I'm going to see Millerwelds Gas Metal Arc Welding. Click on that. Alright, so here's the assignment. You need to read the instructions, follow the links. I have it in two places, one here and one down here. But here it is. So you're going to, once you follow the link, you're going to select the tab, Gas Metal Arc Welding, GMAW-MIG. Follow the presentations and take the quizzes for the first 3 modules: History and Overview, Primary and Secondary Power, and Equipment. Make sure you enter your full name and school name, like in example 1. Here's example 1. Alright, so you see how it says GMAW History Quiz? Make sure it says that whenever you go to, take the first one, because otherwise you could be doing the wrong one. Alright, so now you must get 100% on the quiz, and your name must be printed on the paper to receive any credit for this assignment. You may take the quiz as many times as needed to get 100%. After you have received 100%, print the page with a certificate, like in example 2. Here's example 2. You can see GMAW History Quiz. My name got 100%. Alright. So, and then you're going to need to turn it into me. Now, you can also save it as a PDF and email it to me if for any reason you are unable to print. So I'll show you how to do that later on in this video if you've forgotten or you don't know how. Okay, so now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to follow the link. I can either click on this one or this one. It's going to take me to the Millerwelds quizzes page. I'm going to go down to where it says Gas Metal Arc Welding. Alright, so remember, you need to do the first 3 for this assignment. History and Overview, Primary and Secondary Power, and Equipment. Alright, so you're going to click on the presentation. You're going to follow along with it. Now, I'm sure I've said this before, but just a reminder, it's a good idea for you to have headphones, because in some of these videos in some of these presentations there are videos that are going to be very helpful for you to be able to listen to. Alright, so you're going to just follow along with it. So read whatever the screens say. Most of them are going to always say this one up front. Okay. And follow along, read along with it, so on and so forth. Anyways, once you're done with that, you can exit the window. Now, we're going to do the History and Overview quiz. Okay, so if you get a message like this means that you've probably already taken the quiz before, and perhaps that you need to retake it in order to get 100%. So if that's the case, you're going to hit No. If, for any reason, you were in the middle of the test and you had to get up and go to the restroom, grab a bite to eat, log out, class was over, whatever, you would click on Yes, and that would resume the quiz wherever you left off. But for this example, we're going to hit No, so that way we can start fresh from the beginning. So, if you remember in example 1, this is what it looked like. So remember, you're going to type your name in here. Oops, I had my caps lock on. Okay, now that I have that taken care of, I can hit next, and once I'm done, once I'm finished with the quiz and I get 100%, it should look like this, like you saw in example 2. Alright, so now if you are finished with it, you can go ahead and print it out or save it as a PDF. If you don't remember how to do that, and you're using Google Chrome, you can click on these 3 dots up here, go down and hit print. Now remember, you can always hit Control P and bring up the same menu that way, but for this I'm just going to click on print. Okay, so for this one, it's showing that part of it is cut off. Now while I can read most of the information, I just want to make sure that it's all on there, so I'm going to change it from portrait to landscape, and now I see the certificate is completely on the page, and that's what I want. Okay, so now if you're in, let's say, the library printer should come up right here. I believe it says HS Library. If you're in the JLab, it would say something like HP JLab or something like that. So you would want to select that printer, and then you can hit print. Okay, now for example, if you wanted to save it as a PDF because for whatever reason the printer's not working, or you're doing this at home and you want to send it to me, you would go to save as PDF, hit save. It will take you to a tab here called Downloads, and it will automatically come up as GMAW-History Quiz. Save it as that. And then you're going to need to go into your email, attach it to your email, and email it to me. Alright, now hopefully that answers a lot of your questions, but if for any reason you still have questions, please post it here in the stream for the class, so that way anyone who might have that question can see that you've already asked it, and I will try to answer it as quickly as I can. Okay, that's if you're doing it at home. If I'm in the classroom with you, then obviously you can just ask me there. Hopefully that helps you how to get into your Millerwelds quizzes. As always, best of luck in all of your quizzes.